Hi, everybody, and welcome to Niner Fifth Radio's post game show. I'm your host, Jaymie. Coming here live at 8 p.m. Sorry for the slight delay. I was at work. I just watched the game myself, so to be able to get into it. So we have a game to talk about. And so First things first, though, I'm going to do a little ad read first. And if you guys have anything in particular you guys want to mention, feel free to comment them in the comment section and I will go over them. Just be right back. We're going to have a little ad read real quick and then we will get into the show.
Today's episode is sponsored by Power Brand Systems. Need help getting new customers for your business? Let Power Brand Systems help you grow with their powerful tools. Visit powerbrandsystems.com/Niner Faithful Radio for more info. If you like our content and would like to support the show, consider leaving us a tip in our tip jar at ninerfaithfulradio.us/tip jar. Join our exclusive membership community where you get exclusive NFR content not available anywhere else. Join our exclusive chat, 20% off of all non-sale For the Faithful by the Faithful gear, and much more. Visit portal.ninerfaithfulradio.us/login to join.
For the Faithful by the Faithful Season 4 apparel is finally here. To see this year's designs and also save 20% off of Season 1 through 3 designs, go to ninerfaithfulradio.com/shop.
We'll tune in every Monday to watch Jason react to the highlights of last week's game. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner Faithful R on X.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you guys for bearing with me with that. All right. We do have a comment today. The 49ers played like the old Niners. This was definitely, by the way, you guys don't know, I've found a little stat sheet. Going to be going to ESPN now. The NFL website I've been using has not been updating quick. So we'll go here. I have the box score right now. Sorry about that. Final score was 13-30. 49ers winning. We are now 2-2. So that is definitely a step in the right direction. Oh, sorry about that, guys. They definitely played with more energy today than I feel like they have. This feels more like the energy they've been playing with the last couple of seasons. Fred Warner had a pick six, which is fabulous. He was all over the field. He did hurt his ankle, so we'll see. There is a clip of him jogging after the game, so I think he'll be okay. We'll have to see. He said I think somebody asked about his ankle in the press game conference, and he said that he feels great, and they'll just have to evaluate it with scans and stuff tomorrow or whenever, and go through there. Overall, it was a really good game. Brandon Ayuk had a couple of really good catches. Had a really good diving catch that he caught. He had a really solid catch that Brock Purdy found him for a good chunk of yardage. That was definitely good. Juwan continues to lead in yards with 3 receptions for 88 yards, no touchdowns. Kittle is the only receiver that had a receiving touchdown. The rest for, I believe, rushing. Because Jordan Mason had a rushing touchdown as well, and then the pick six from Fred Warner on defense, and then we had a lot of field goals. Let's see. What was Moody's thing? Jake Moody 3-3, hit all his field goals. Longest was 41. 12 points. So, yeah, that's your score. Nick Bosa had a sack, strip, fumbly recover near the end of the game, which is really good. I do want to this guy, number 91. Sam, I'm not gonna try to butcher this poor guy's last name. I'd have to listen to how they pronounce it, but he played really well opposite of Bosa. He pops a little bit when he plays opposite Bosa, so maybe he'll be sticking around. Who knows? But he did play really, really well. He had some really good solid plays. We are second in the division standings. We're right behind Seattle, who we play very soon. Arizona and LA both lost tonight. So that definitely puts us in a good spot. We're now even at 500. Brock Purdy played a phenomenal game, hit a really nice deep shot to Debo, hit some really good catches. The touchdown to George Kittle was insane. Kittle was, I think, triple teamed, and he still placed it where only Kittle really could get it, and Kittle was able to control his body and come down in the corner of the end zone very clearly. This one was after the penalties where he had two or three touchdowns called back because of penalties. And then Brock Purdy was also rushing for first downs using his legs a little bit. So overall, Brock Purdy is playing out of his mind. He is playing exceptionally well. I just think he fits this scheme immensely, and I think he just fits. He's definitely who Kyle Shanahan wants in this offense. He gets it mentally. He can make the throws. He's tough. He's a competitor. He wants to win. And yeah, he plays a really tough game. He did have a fumble, unfortunately. I think one or two. I know one for sure. I can't remember the second one. So we'll have to go for that. But overall, the defense played a lot better. I do know that Fred Warner had, I don't know if it was the whole team, but at least probably the defense on early in the game before they, really early before they were even in uniforms or anything like that. And so I think whatever he said probably helped. But yeah, Christian McCaffrey was at the game. Which is good. He's there supporting his teammates. He had a earpiece in, probably listening to the play calls and all that fun jazz, and working with that. He Lily was able to walk fine. I think we'll get a good idea of where he's at. They're saying early November, which we'll have to see. But I think we'll start getting more and more good information because they're going to start ramping up his rehab starting this week, so we'll get a better idea of what's going on. Who else? Hufanga rolled his ankle in practice this week, so he did not play. So that is that. Unfortunate. Mustafa got his first stop. As you can see, let's see, 1 solo tackle and 5 I think that's just regular tackles. I'm not entirely sure, but overall they're playing really, really well. They play well, and look, the Patriots are not the greatest team ever, so that is probably part of it. But I think this was definitely a get right game for the Niners. Get their heads back in it, get the feeling of the groove, see how it goes. But I will say the defense, because Fred Warner was out of the game for definitely in the fourth quarter, played actually pretty well without Fred Warner, which I think is a positive thing in case anything serious happens. But I think that is definitely something that is positive overall because that means that our depth is being pretty solid. But yeah, Pooney did get kind of banged up or whatever, or maybe got the wind knocked out of him or whatever in the beginning of the game, but he came back in, so he's fine. But yeah, overall, a really strong game back at home for the Niners. I think they played a lot more like like the Niners that we're used to seeing, and I think that was definitely a positive thing. Hey Kim, go Kim is in the chat. What's up, Kim? And so overall, I think they played well. Let's get into some of these offensive stats and stuff real quick. Brock Purdy, 15 through 27, 288 yards. Average is 10.7. He had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. That is that. That pick six by Warner. That was a really solid pick six. It really was. Fred Warner was just kind of lurking in that middle of the field area where he likes to be and just snagged it. Jumped up and grabbed it and then ran it and got some blocks and was able to get into the end zone, which is really good. Jordan Mason, 24 carries, 123 yards, 5.1 average, 1 touchdown. Longest was 25 yards. Jordan Mason is also playing extremely well also in Christian McCaffrey's absence. So I think he is definitely very positive. And he keeps going and he's making a good name for himself. And, this is definitely a good thing. It can help take the load off a little bit of McCaffrey. He doesn't hopefully this just shows to Kyle that you don't have to put everything on McCaffrey. So we'll see how it goes. Deebo Samuel had a couple runs, 2 carries, 14 yards. Brock Purdy had 5 carries, 11 yards, got a couple first down. Corredo also had 1 shot, 1 carry, 0 yards. He did have the muffled punt. I think it was a punt or kickoff. He fumbled the ball. So that's not good luck. He's struggling a little bit, I feel. He has some moments and then he just struggles. Sorry. Let's go to receiving. Juwan Jennings, 3 receptions, 88 yards, 29.3. Deebo, 3 receptions, 58 yards, 19.3 average. No touchdowns for either of them. Brandon Ayuk, 2 receptions, 28 yards, 24.0 average. Let's see. Targets. Brandon had 5 targets. Deebo had 5. Dwan had 6. George Kittle, 4 receptions, 45 yards. 11.3 average. 1 insane touchdown, which is great. 15 was his longest. And everything like that too. Jordan Mason did have some receptions too for 37 yards. Almost had a reception touchdown, but was called back by I think it was a hold on Kittle or Deebo. I think it was Kittle. So and that was crazy too. That whole drive was crazy because they just kept going and they kept getting flags and they kept going and they finally got it in. Juszczyk had 1 reception, 12 yards. Obviously 12 for his average. Longest was 12. He had 1 target. He would have had a touchdown also, but that was called back by a flag as well. So we have that. Purdy had 2 fumbles. Dorino had 1. Nobody else had any. Nick Bosa had a strip sack fumble recovery. So that is that. Jacoby Brissett on the opposite team for the Patriots had 3 fumbles. We were milking him the whole time. And stuff like that. So, overall, really, really, really good. Solid game for the Niners. Definitely a good comeback. Get right game, like I said. They looked much better. And so hopefully, let's have some reset, get back into it. We had a couple players who were playing sick as well. Guess there's some sickness going around the locker room. So I know Trent Williams, I think Cowing, and a couple other players were sick as well. So we have to see how that goes. Hopefully they're better. They should be better by next week. But yeah, these next 2 games are going to be tough though, because these are division games. First we got to go and play Arizona. So that I feel a little bit more confident that we can win. We'll have to see how that goes, but we do have that. And then on a short week, we have to turn around and play Seattle. I think we'd flying up into Seattle. So that's always, those games are always crazy to me. So that is going to be an insane game. Because Seattle Seahawks, like we said, are 3-0 right now. So they're living high. It's so, unfortunately. So we'll have to see. But yeah, next week is going to be a little bit crazy. So bear with us, guys. And we'll keep you guys updated with the schedules and everything like that. Keep you guys posted. But yeah, overall, I think this is a good game. This is a much needed win for the Niners. Back even, second in the division, which is really good. And yeah, I think we just got to keep moving forward, and hopefully we can rack up a couple more wins. If we get these next 2 wins, I feel like we'll feel much better. And hopefully by that time we don't have any more significant injuries, and we get some players back and everything as well, and we can just keep moving forward. So yeah. All right. So let's see. If you guys have any other comments, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm gonna play 2 quick ad reads, and then we'll wrap it up here.
This segment is brought to you by Shop49ers.com, the official online store of the 49ers. Use our affiliate link in the description to get the latest official Niner gear, save 10%, as well as help out the show. This segment is brought to you by SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code NinerFaithfulRadio at SeatGiant.com to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out this show.
Alrighty, guys. Unless you guys have any other comments, that's basically just my quick little reaction to the game, to the win, how they're looking. They definitely looked a lot better this week. And I think we need to look at that Minnesota game. Minnesota is going to be tough this year, I feel like. I feel like Sam Darnold has hit his stride. They look good. And they look real tough. So I feel like we can, as tough as that Minnesota game was, I think we can say that we lost to a really good team. So we'll have to keep an eye on them. I think they'll be a tough team if we make it to the playoffs and have to play them again. But yeah, overall though, this is a really good game, guys. I'm ready. I'll let you guys go. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy your Victory Monday tomorrow. I will see you guys later. Don't forget to check out our Jason's reaction video to the highlights tomorrow. I don't believe they'll be on YouTube, but they'll be on our other socials. So definitely find the links to all of our stuff. They should be linked in the show notes and everything, and whatnot. So definitely, check that out. And yeah, and like I say always, go Niners. Bye, guys.